All right. Welcome back to Moonvale. This is the first members only Moonvale live stream. Now, there may be more in the future. Um, because this is the first one, it's kind of like a test. Like, hear me out. It's kind of like a little test run to see how it performs, how it does well. For those of you that are members currently, uh, be sure to hit that like button. Let me know what you guys think of these member only videos, these member only live streams. I'm looking for ways to help increase the benefit of being a member, So I want to give you guys more reasons and more I guess more reasons to become a member, but also more reasons to stay a member. And I want to give you guys those benefits. I want to give you guys those special treats like member only live streams, member only videos, member only content. So if you guys are enjoying these member only live streams and videos, be sure to hit that like button. I want to show you guys as well. I also have made an adjustment. So all of you know that you can be a member as low as 99 cents a month, which is less than $12 a year. That gives you access to custom made badges, custom made emotes that you can use in chat as well as comments. And as you can see, I have updated those emotes. So we've updated the emotes to include some of the brand new emotes that we've had made by one of my favorite creators on Fiverr. Somebody I reached out to, a little freelancer I like to use on Fiverr who makes some really good stuff. We kind of with the new stuff, you can see we kind of went more dark and edgy with the emotes, which I really like and really enjoy. I do plan on making more, but we also kept a couple fan favorites. The laughing emote, the love emote, and then the like exhausted like psh, like eye roll emote. We kept those in there. Those are some of the originals, as well as the detective emote as well. We kept those in there, and because those are just like some of the fan favorites that I've seen over the years of being a YouTuber. I want to also show you guys, and not show you, but because I can't really show you, but I can point out that if you were to gift a membership, you can now gift the 99-cent memberships. So, for example, if I was to gift a membership, you can gift them for 99 cents, which is great. You can gift those memberships to people who are non-members for 99 cents. You don't have to gift them the the mid or the high tiered. You can gift them the 99 cents. That way it gives them also the opportunity to enjoy the live streams, the live member content, not live member, but the members only content, as well as the badges and the emotes. And but just a couple changes that I made. I want to try to keep things as cost effective as I possibly can for everybody, because I understand that everybody's in different um, economical climates, and I want to make sure that I keep everything as I wouldn't necessarily say cheap, but I want to make it sure it's as low as cost as I can make it, so that way it doesn't affect you guys in a negative way, and that you're still getting more benefit for what you're putting in. So that's my little spiel about members only, and why you should join as a member. And then for those of you that are watching a replay of this, that's my little spiel for why I think you should join as a member. There are other benefits for the mid tier as well as the obsidian tier, but right now, I'm just letting you guys know what the cheapest tier possibly is, and that's a way that you can directly impact myself and the channel to help support Tongue Tied Games, which we all know is your favorite YouTuber. Welcome to the stream, Miss Azrael and Pizzazz. I appreciate you guys for being here. Watercolored Lies, I appreciate you guys for being here. Watercolored Lies, you are a brand new members only. You know why I know you're a brand new members only? Because of your custom badge next to your name. You got the little baby TT with the teddy, and it's super cute, and I love it. But the baby TT with the teddy, that shows you guys you're brand new. You're brand new. And then as you continue with your membership, the longer you are a member, the higher the well, your badges will change over time. And as you can see, like Pizzazz has got the I believe that's the love for the pickles, my pickle obsession. Miss Azrael's got got the detective emote badge next to her name. So, but yeah. Anyways, this is a interesting video, live stream, video, whatever you want to call it, because Thomas from Duskwood has reached out. It's one of our first connections that we've had with anyone from Duskwood that we've actually had to be able to contact with. We've seen videos of Duskwood characters. You know, they were videos showing, you know, somebody upset, videos showing different things, but we never actually had contact with anyone, being able to talk to them until now. And we have Thomas, and Thomas reached out and said, "Tongue tied? Like what the tongue tied? Thomas? It is Thomas." And as you guys can see here, this is the Thomas, and find we did find his girlfriend, so that's always good. Don't tell me that. Oh, and he's calling us. Woo! I'm already loving it so far. Already loving it so far.
Hello? Can you hear me? Do you hear me?
Oh, we can hear you. Not very good. The connection there was pretty glitchy, pretty cut in and out. Thomas is trying to call us back. Hold on.
Your connection is probably as good as mine, right?
Is that a signal?
I don't know. Is it working?
Was that Dan
Did
and
you
Cleo?
manage to make a phone call?
Not only that, but you won't
Or
believe us on the
Chloe.
other side.
Not Cleo, Chloe. That's everyone. Dan's not in the wheelchair anymore.
No way.
What? Give it to me. Hey! Oh my god. It's been so good to see you. We haven't heard from you for so long. We are so worried. We haven't been able to do phone calls or messages for quite a bit now, so... It's so good to see you.
Sheesh, mama. Woo! That's our future ex-wife right there. It's good to see them too. So as you guys know in the previous videos, we've learned that, you know, basically from Charlie, who a lot of people are sus on, and it makes sense why you would be suspicious of Charlie, because Charlie knows a lot about what's going on in Duskwood. But maybe Charlie's supposed to know. I mean, he is you know, he is a journalist. He's an editor, you know, so it makes sense that he would know. But Charlie has basically let us know that all of Duskwood is basically cut off from the outside. You know, they are really looking for who we assume to be Jake. We're assuming that they're looking for Jake, you know, whoever that might be, the government, federals, the feds, the police, whatever. They're looking for Jake. They've cut off all of Duskwood from the outside world. They've bordered everything. Nobody can go in or out without being checked. And it's getting pretty intense over there ever since the fire in that cave. We have our group chat. It is Cleo, not Chloe. Cleo. Pinch of Cleo. Hello, tongue-tied. Yes, Cleo, hello. It's amazing. I don't think I'd consider Charlie a journalist. He just write about spooky stories. Yeah, but doesn't he do it in like a newspaper? Like I guess journalist might be a stretch, but like he's an editor. He's still an editor. I feel like being an editor for a newspaper is right there with being, it's almost like you're a journalist in training. Thomas is now online. Look, we got everybody in our group. Hold on. Where you got Dan? Dan's not in a wheelchair, it doesn't look like. So Dan looks like he's recovered from his accident. You remember when somebody cut his lines, aka Richy tried to kill him? What a jackass. He tried to kill a lot of people. Richy was a terrible person. He tried to kill a lot of people. But then again, this kind of seems strange to me. Like, I don't understand the time frame. Like, how long has things been happening? Obviously, we know that like in between episodes, it takes like a year for them to get a new episode out to us. But in game time, like I don't know how long it's been since the fire, because Dan was still in the wheelchair during the fire. I'm certain he was. Dan's not in this picture right here, but I'm certain Dan was still in the wheelchair during the fire, because he was in the when he was in the camp, at the camp house, or the camp, he was in a wheelchair. So I don't know like how long it's been since he's not been in a wheelchair. A lot of the Cleo stuff. Is Jake part of this? Is Jake in our group chat? Oh, is this the Duskwood book? You guys remember that, right?
The
Midnight Duskwood.
disappearance of the butcher's at the clearing they had described. There is no fawn anywhere to be found. The warm smile of his friend suddenly changes into the awful laughter of ridicule. Before William realizes the terrible situation he has gotten himself into, they tie him to a large tree and pull a jute bag over his head while repeatedly calling out the word scarecrow. They leave William, who is very scared, behind. He is so terrified that he does not make a sound, does not cry or call out, as they abandon the poor boy to his fate. The same night, Jimmy Hopkins comes to his senses and confesses their cruel prank to his dear father. It does not take long until the whole town of Duskwood searches the dark forests for the child. But when they arrive at the location described by the foolish boy Jimmy Hopkins, William is not there anymore. All they can find is the rope, untouched at the foot of the tall tree, an ocean of raven feathers, black as coal, and the jute bag soaked with blood. Some may say that this was the night that the legend of the man without a face was born, when William's father picked up the bag that was dripping with his own child's blood. Because William was never found, and neither was a single clue of his whereabouts. But soon, the houses of the wrongdoers were marked with strange signs that resembled a raven. They appeared out of nowhere, as if they were made by an invisible hand. Then, in the night of the new moon, the families of the 3 boys vanished completely and were never seen again. And so the legend lives on, demanding payment for sins that have been committed. It slowly creeps through Duskwood streets, watching vigilantly through raven eyes in the cover of the dark night.
Oh, you guys remember the midnight in Duskwood, right? Des, Dodona, and Erica, welcome to the stream. It's great to have you guys here. Also, brand new members of the Tethered, and I truly appreciate that. And you guys can guess how I know that you guys are brand new members. Well, you got the little baby TT with the teddy. That's how I know. As you guys continue with your membership, you will earn badges at the next level. So like your badges will change over time. And I believe so for the first month is the baby TT, which I think is super cute with the little teddy. And that's that, you know, I do have a teddy IRL. I still have my teddy. Even after 100 years, I still have my teddy. Maybe I'll post it in Discord. I'll post my teddy in Discord. That way you guys can see it. I don't have a brown teddy though, so that's a little misleading. My teddy is not brown, but I've had it. I've had it ever since I was a baby TT. But then I was reading through chat, and as we're about to fight. I'm telling you right now, as we're about to fight, and it's not going to be pretty. I mentioned earlier that Richy was a bad person because he was trying to kill everybody, like Dan and everything else. And then Az says that, let me see if I can find it. Az says that I get a lot of people killed, and doesn't that make me a terrible? No, and I'll tell you why. Because it's an accident. It doesn't make me a terrible person because it's not intentional. It's either science related, which, let's be real, we need science to survive, and well, not necessarily to survive, but we need it to survive better and longer. But we need science. We need to learn things so that way we don't make the same mistakes. So you get somebody to perform science experiments, experiment for science, and then we learn what to do or not to do. But you get somebody else to try it first. And if they die, that's not my fault. It's for science. That makes perfect sense if you really think about it. As says, I'm always sacrificed to science. Well, yeah, I'm not going to sacrifice myself to science. Although I have many a times. Let's be real. I've also sacrificed myself to science many a times. So that way we learn. And learning and knowing is half the battle. And then I also saw we were talking about what the time limit, or like what the time is like in the game. So you guys are considering that between the end of Duskwood to the beginning of Moonvale, maybe a few days, maybe a week. So that goes to say, like, Dan should technically still be in a wheelchair. Now, hear me out. I didn't think of this at the time because I was just rambling, but Dan could still technically be wheelchair bound because he was just sitting on the couch. He wasn't like standing up. So he could still technically be wheelchair bound, just sitting on that couch or whatever, just chilling. That's perfectly reasonable. So maybe that's what it was. Maybe Dan still is messed up from the accident, because I imagine after a week's time he wouldn't be out of his wheelchair. But I also thought maybe he might have been paralyzed for forever because of the accident. But we don't really know. I don't exactly remember. But it's great to have everybody here for the members only live stream. And if you guys are enjoying these members only live streams, be sure to hit that like button. And for those of you that are catching and recording this, you can join as a member for as low as 99 cents. And for current members, you can actually gift memberships for 99 cents as well. So Okay, thank goodness. We thought we'd lost connection again. Yeah, I mean, we kind of the connection's spotty. The connection is spotty, but Thomas is back online. Yeah, I thought the same. I th I think it's working now. The call dropped suddenly, but I think it might be working now. Give me another phone call. Like, let's talk again. Let me just call Lilly. Oh, you guys remember Lilly? Lilly was like public enemy #1 in the beginning. You know, a lot of people did not like Lilly. A lot of people didn't like Lilly in the beginning. But Lilly turned a corner, and Lilly is actually really good with everybody, you know, and she started believing everything that was going on, and she believed that Jake was the good guy, which is good. And then the one and only, our Jessy. Our Jessy, probably one of the first. I think Jessy is one of the first future ex-wives that we started for the channel, which is, you know, rightfully so. Well, we got a folder here. Oh, this is all the Michael Hansen stuff. That's yep. That was not the dress that we picked out for Jessy though at the time. I don't know if they still have that outfit. I don't see it. But you guys remember when we had to pick out the outfit for Jessy? Oh, look at that. Look at him. Look at that murderous guy. The one and only future ex-wife. The first, really. Like there's Dan watching outside. You know what's funny about this is that he's watching out the window, but because the lights are on inside the house, all he can see is himself. He can't actually see what's going on outside. He can only see his reflection. When you're inside a room and you have lights on inside and you're looking outside into a dark area, all you can see is a reflection of yourself. You can't see outside. You need inside to be as dark as outside to be able to see outside, or you need lights on outside to be able to see outside while it's dark on the inside. So I always thought that was kind of funny. I'm pretty sure Jessy started. I think Jessy did start the future ex-wife chain. Jessy, I think Jessy was #1, and now what are we up to? Like thousands upon thousands. I don't think there's a limit, but it's yeah, breaking the game logic as always. T. Yeah, it's just a little bit. But Jessy, oh Jessy, it's been so long. We're sending the heart right away. Lost count. Yeah, there's not an actual number. I think it just keeps growing every day. It grew exponentially when I was visiting Japan. Let me tell you that. Japan had so many. You have no idea what's been going on here. We couldn't reach you. There was a total network outage. And again, this is maybe only a week's time. Yeah, I know. What all in all, Duskwood, that explains a lot. Yeah, I heard about it. I heard. I knew. I figured that you guys were having issues with it. A friend from Redlog told me everything. From Charlie, the editor, Redditor, whatever you want to call it. Basically, Charlie. You don't say. We sent you a few messages, but I don't think any of them came through. We did receive something. You have no idea how many times I called you. I thought something must have happened to you. I was really, I was really worried about you guys. I mean, I knew you guys were okay, just because, like, why wouldn't you be? But also, definitely still worried. Des Dodona said that in Duskwood, Dan said that the wheelchair is temporary. Okay, so maybe it was just maybe because he had some broken legs, and so over time, when his legs healed, he'd be up and moving around again. However, again though, that time frame wise, in-game time frame, I mean that's only like a week. You're not healing broken legs in a week. You know, I had broken fingers and them things didn't heal for like 6 weeks. You know, it was like 4 to 6 weeks before I had like actual use of my hand. Although I mean, hear me out. I still did stuff. I still was playing in football games, even though I broke them in football, but I still continue playing. But I was careful. I was careful. I didn't re-break them, so that was good. Please tell me he's with you, tongue-tied. No, he isn't. Not really. Like he's in the chat, kind of. Like he's part of the chat. The people looking for him came to us. Oh, talking about Jake. Got it. People looking for him came to us just after the network went down. Did they hurt you? They went to mine too. What did they say? Nothing really. They pretty much ignored us while they tore our place apart. They probably thought we were hiding Jake. Yeah, they probably thought you did, but the thing is, like, we never had any physical contact with Jake ever, really. And so, I mean, Jake was probably just at the Greenside Motel the entire time. He probably wasn't even in Duskwood, although he might have been in Duskwood because I think he was in the caves, wasn't he? Like he was helping inside the caves, maybe? I don't remember. I see. So they knew about your connection to Jake. Did you tell them? Yeah. So, I mean, they definitely knew about the connection to Jake. It also depends on how bad the accident was. Dan didn't have any casts. That's true. He didn't have a cast. So really, like, what was his injuries? Like, what made him wheelchair bound so bad that, like, what injuries were so bad that made him wheelchair bound, but he didn't have any casts? I have no idea, unless he just had like a minor back issue, that kept him wheelchair bound for a little bit. I have no idea. He did shoot Richy though. Remember when they found that gun? He took a shot at Richy. He didn't know it was Richy at the time, but he clipped him. He clipped him good. But obviously, yeah, they took us to Duskwood once they realized he wasn't with us. We weren't expecting it, but they just let us go. Yes, but they made sure to tell us that we weren't allowed to leave Duskwood. So they were in their camp, which was outside of Duskwood. And then they found them, took them back into Duskwood, questioned them, and then told them, "You're not allowed to leave Duskwood." It's kind of messed up. I feel like you can't tell me what to do type of mentality. Like, you can't keep me here. I feel like that would be kind of against their rights. I don't know. Did they say anything else? Nothing at all. Interesting. I'm sure they're behind this network outage. Oh, 100%, of course, to make it harder for Jake to escape. Everything makes sense now. That was obvious. Probably. I don't know how it would make it harder for him to escape, especially if he's running through like underground tunnels and stuff like that. But yeah, probably the network outage is probably just to keep him from being able to talk to anybody. And Jake hasn't contacted you. I'm sorry for you guys. They'd do anything to catch it. Like, has he contacted you at all? Probably not. I would think that Jake trying to reach out and contact somebody would be exposing him. Freddie, what's going on, Freddie? Welcome to the stream. How are you enjoying the members only live stream so far? It's great to have you here. No, he hasn't. None of us. Do you even know where he is and if he's okay? Nope. I'm just as clueless as you are. Every day I wait for him to send me. Yeah, every day we're waiting for him to just send us a message. And we just have not gotten it. He's probably still somewhere in Duskwood. He's probably still on the run. Something must have happened. I'm sure of it. I'm guessing he's probably still on the run. I don't think he's been caught yet for sure. They just let them go after some interrogation. Suspicious. Well, yeah, they let him go, but they're still confining them to Duskwood. So if they really wanted to, they could just get them again in Duskwood because they're keeping them inside. And remember, Duskwood's a small town. It's not very big. So if you're confining them to this small town, like if you need them again and you're not allowing them to go anywhere else, then you can just go back in there and grab them and question them again. So it would be pretty easy. But yeah, they questioned him a little bit, probably didn't get any information from him, so they just said, "All right, well then you can hang out in Duskwood and you can't go anywhere else." And I don't think they're questioning the group about Hannah and the disappearance and Richy. I think they're questioning them about specifically Jake. And if they're not getting the answers that they need, or if really the group just doesn't have any answers, they don't know what happened to Jake, then they just kind of like let him go inside Duskwood, and they're not allowed to leave or anything. Stathis Grampus, welcome to the stream. Thank you for being a member, and I hope you're enjoying the members live only stream. Are you going to continue doing unlocated? Yes, I am, and I apologize. It's taken a little while. Something I noticed with unlocated, and this isn't necessarily bad. This is kind of good. It kind of shows you the development of the developer, right? It shows you how they're developing the game overall and how they're fixing some things. So Unlocated, when it first came out, was still pretty raw and pretty it wasn't necessarily fine-tuned, right? So as I was playing the game, we were coming across some areas that the developer, when I was talking with them, areas that they improved on. And then they would update the game, and then people who started playing it um would experience the new updated part of the game, which was different than my recorded part of the game, right? So what I recorded and played, if somebody was struggling and trying to find clues or hints or answers to puzzles, they were looking up my video, but then my video was outdated because the game had been updated to reflect new answers, and it kind of messed things up. So I kind of took a break from it just to wait for like the full release of it. That way, when we go through it and we solve the riddles and solve the puzzles, that they would still stay updated for longer without it being essentially changed. If that makes sense for you. But yes, we are going to get back into Unlocated. There's a few games that I've kind of taken a sidestep from. One of which being Circus, um, The Stage, and there's another one by Reality Games that I started, and just kind of like after like two or three videos, I just didn't do it. Red Crimson Tide, I think is what it was called. Crimson something, Red Crimson Tide, something like that. And so eventually I'll get back into them. And I've acknowledged that like I do need to complete them and get back into it. But I've also been really enjoying some of the PC games that I've been playing. If you guys don't know, we play a lot of other games, not just on mobile, but we play a lot of other PC or console related games that we also live stream on Twitch. So if you're not following me on Twitch, you can give me a follow on Twitch, and we do live streams on Twitch. I feel like a lot of my YouTube viewers don't really know that, or maybe they just don't really care for Twitch as a platform, which is completely understandable. I get that. But we do live stream over on Twitch as well. So if you guys want to see more of me, I do a lot of live streaming on Twitch. And we do a lot of those PC style games on Twitch. Whenever I do mobile games, if I'm live streaming a mobile game, then it's gonna always be on YouTube. But we do a bunch of other different games, live streams. I have a lot of different developers reaching out to me. They have PC games, games that you can download or play on Steam. And so a lot of them reach out to me. So I cover a lot of other indie developed games, and a lot of those are through PC. So I go back and forth between mobile and PC. I'm not just a mobile gamer, even if some of you might think so. I'm not just a mobile gamer. I'm actually a pretty good gamer in general. It's not just mobile games. We definitely have a lot of fun on Twitch. That is for sure. Asses it definitely needed Unlocated definitely needed a lot of work for sure. I mean, I wouldn't say a lot, but it needed some. It needed some fine tuning. Like I think in general the base part of the game was definitely there. Like overall it was still a fine game, and it had good concepts, and but it had room to grow. It had room to improve. Just like everything, right? I would never say anything is perfect, even including myself. Like I have room to grow and be better as well. But so I would never say anything is perfect, There's always room to be better. God, not the mobile gamer again. Look, I wasn't the one that brought it up. Well, maybe this time I brought it up, but I was criticized previously being just a mobile gamer. Um, so Lilly says I would really agree. I really thought we'd have made this way. What? I'm words are eluding me right now. My reading, which obviously we all know that I can't do. So I really thought he'd have made his way to somehow, and I think he's trying to, but I don't think he knows how to. He doesn't know how to get in touch with us. Jake, I do think I really do think that might have been Jake in Greenside, but maybe not. And also, Fanny Velvet might possibly be. There is a theory, and I talked about this theory in my last video, talking about Fanny Velvet, the theory behind Fanny Velvet, that Fanny Velvet could potentially possibly be a disguise for Jake. Like Jake is using this Fanny Velvet to kind of talk to us and get in touch with us a little bit without actually saying that they are who they are. Because how does Fanny Velvet know what's going on? You know what I mean? It just doesn't make sense. So there is some clues there to make it seem like Fanny Velvet might actually potentially be Jake. Who knows? But I did do a Moonvale theory video regarding Fanny Velvet. So if you haven't seen those, definitely check it out. So I thought so too. He wouldn't put me in danger like that. That's what the people following him would expect. Um, I don't think he would put us in danger like that. I don't think so. But see, the thing is, like, have we had people reach out to us? I mean, not in person. Not the government people in person. I don't know. Guys, I got a message from my brother. I'll be honest, I didn't know Thomas had a brother. They're taking down the barricade at King Street, and the main road has apparently already been cleared. Oh, they're opening it up. Can you get in and out now? So it's over? Probably not. Looks like it, yes. I can't believe it. It seems weird, right? Like why all of a sudden that they're taking down the barricades? Kind of looks like it, but I it's hard to believe. Hard to believe. Yeah, well, I don't want to rain on your parade, but you realize what this means, right? They potentially found Jake. Like they potentially found Jake. I think I do. Yes, everything is going to go back to normal. No. What do you mean? But like, yeah, I think this means the reason they're taking the barricades down is because they may have potentially found Jake. They got him. Maybe, maybe not. I mean, I knew you'd say that, but like it's possible that they haven't. It's possible they haven't. What makes you so sure? Only someone who doesn't know Jake would say that Jake is so much smarter than you think. But what makes you so sure that you think they got him, other than the fact that he took down one barricade on King Street? But think about it. All of these theatrics were just to catch him. Why else would they just pack up and leave? Maybe they're trying to draw him out. Maybe they're making it look like it's open, and then they're still surveilling it to see who goes in and out. There's got to be another reason. No idea, Dan, but I'm sure they haven't got him. Look, there's got to be another reason, but I don't think I definitely don't think they've gotten him. Maybe he even turned himself in. Jake would never do that. No, I don't think he would either. They haven't got him, period. What if he managed to escape? Maybe they just gave up. Look, I don't think they got him. There's no way. There's no way they got him. I refuse to believe it. You really believe that? Yes. Or is that just what you want to believe? Both. Both. It is both. Dan, stop it, says Thomas. I've said it before, nobody can stay hidden for that long. But Jake can. He's probably one of the only. Maybe a wolf. Wolf's pretty good too. I thought you just said they couldn't keep up with the theatrics forever. Weren't those your exact words? Right, maybe they just quit. I have a hard time believing that too, because it's been what, a week? We've kind of concluded that it's been only been a few days. It's only been a week. So they're not just going to give up after a week. Maybe. What do I know? I don't know, Dan. What do you Exactly, Dan. What do you know? Exactly. What do you know? We should think about ways to help him. It also makes sense why we're able to get in contact with the group if they're also opening up the streets, because like they're now giving contact to the group on the outside, like they're allowing people to use internet, they're allowing people to contact people outside of Duskwood, and they opened up the street. So all of these do point to either they found them or they're just giving up. I don't know. But we should think of ways to help him. Yes, I completely agree. We're the reason he came to Duskwood in the first place. And Dan says, I've never asked the guy. Hackerman knew what he was getting into. Uh, oh, Dan, I missed you. Dan is definitely one of my favorite characters from Duskwood. Just his personality. I really did like Dan. I mean, of course, Jessy is up there too. Jessy's definitely a future ex-wife. But Dan, in terms of just like actual character development, like I really liked Dan. That doesn't mean we can just abandon him, but he's one of us. That's irrelevant. I mean, that is irrelevant. The fact that he knew, I mean, we all knew what we were getting ourselves into. So what? If we get caught, you're just going to give up on any one of us? Doesn't make sense. It's kind of relevant. And while we're at it, there's another uncomfortable topic on our agenda we have to talk about. Is it about Richy? Who's going to tell him? Tell me what? Who wants to tell me what? Is it about Richy? Did Richy die? Did you find a body? Last time you thought Richy was dead, there was no body, and it ended up being Richy was alive. You're gonna love this. See, we finally solved the case. No, I solved the case. What are you talking about? Dan, what? Isn't this what all of this was about the whole time? Finding out who was behind the stupid mask? It was Richy. We knew that. Oh, you upset Jessy. Jessy was like, I'm done with this conversation. I'm out. You pissed Jessy off. Jessy's probably still heartbroken over her friend, you know, like Richy was supposed to be her best friend. But you know what? Richy like knocked her out too. Like Richy hit her in the back of the head with something, knocked her out. Like Richy wasn't a good friend. Richy wasn't a good person. He hurt a lot of his quote unquote friends. And for what? You know? None of it, I mean, it made a little bit of sense, but none of it made really that much sense as to why he just continued doing it. He just kept digging himself a hole so deep that he couldn't climb out of, and so it got so deep that the only option is to continue digging it until you reach the other side. And like, let's be real, he never reached the other side. It ended up turning into it ended up turning into an inferno. Why did she go flying? Where'd she go? Is Jessy okay? I mean, we know she's upset. We knew that Richy was behind the mask. We knew all of that. She said her connection's gone again. Yeah, right. She's upset. She's mad. She's using that as an excuse. What's going on, Dan? What are you talking about? Look, guys, what the hell's going on? What do you have to tell me? I mean, we knew who was behind the mask. It was Richy. Yeah, we knew that. Why? We knew that from the beginning. We knew that from the end of Duskwood. Why are they telling us this? Well, tongue-tied, it was Richy from the start. Our good old buddy Richy. I don't understand why they're telling us this. He was the damn masked menace who got us into this whole mess. Yeah, Dan, I know. I knew that. What do you mean? Oh, yeah, sure. Of course you already know. I did know. I actually called it out long before you guys ever knew. When Richy was quote unquote killed by the masked person, like I called it out right then and there. I said, "Nah, this is weird. That doesn't make sense." Anytime the masked, in Dan's words, the masked freak, anytime he attacked somebody, he always made sure that he was very that the viewer was very aware that it was him. He always showed himself when he attacked somebody, but in the part where Richy got attacked, he couldn't show himself because he was the masked person. That was the only time that he never showed himself, when he attacked somebody or when he was stalking somebody, because he stalked Cleo a couple times, and he even made it very known that he was stalking Cleo. He showed you a video of his mask or whatever, his face. So I damn knew it. I damn knew it from the very beginning. But oh yeah, of course, you already know. I forgot who I was talking to. Sherlock himself. Right, I'm probably the greatest detective in the world, according to Moonvale and the achievement that I unlocked. Dan, please, could you just calm down a bit? Tongue-tied. There was a fire in the mine. I knew that too. Like, what are you talking about? We don't have any confirmation yet, but we think that Richy started it himself. Yeah, I know. I'm sure he did. I assume so. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like I figured all that out. What do you like? Cleo's Richy poured out his soul to me. I spoke to Richy. He called me. Yeah. I mean, I spoke to Richy just before he died, when he was in the mine, right at the end, when his plan had failed. Yeah, right at the end when his plan failed. Did so? Oh, so maybe the group didn't know that I knew. Like I knew. Like I talked to Richy right before he. I mean, there's still no body, so it's possible that Richie's still alive. But I talked to him, so maybe the group didn't know that I talked to Richy. That's making a little bit more sense now. Maybe that's what was going on. Chrissy says, "Are we live? We are. We are live, Chrissy, and welcome to this members only live stream. And I appreciate you being here, Chrissy, and thank you for being a member over there with the tongue tied eating noodles. You know, that's the that's the send nudes emote, custom made badge next to your name, Chrissy. So right at the end, when his plan failed, what did he tell you? Who the hell cares, right? Exactly, Dan. How can you say that? Like that would change a fucking thing. Exactly. It doesn't, but I'd still like to know. Yeah, me too. I mean, Dan's right there. I mean, Richy almost killed Dan. Richy cut Dan's brake lines, and Richy almost killed Dan. Richy attacked Jessy. Richy kidnapped Hannah and like held her in this like mine for a long time. Who knows what he was going to do to Hannah in that mine? And then when we were trying to get Hannah out of the mine, he set the whole mine on fire. Like Richy was a bad person. Not a good person. So when he confessed, it was like a slap in the face. When he took off the mask, I couldn't believe it. I had suspected him. Look, I knew it was him for a long time. I suspected him for a while. So when he called me, I was prepared, but I wasn't ready for the truth. Yeah, when he called me, I was super prepared. I knew exactly what it was. Chris says I had notifications turned on. Now I'm late. I'm gonna go cry now as I have an update for our thing. Oh damn it. I apologize. I don't know what's going on with the notifications, Chrissy. I'm not sure exactly why viewers and subscribers, members, they don't get like the notifications, which is crazy. So for those of you that don't get the notifications, just double check, make sure everything's turned on, make sure the bells are highlighted, and make sure that the notifications are turned on for your favorite tongue-tied, your favorite YouTuber tongue-tied. That way you never miss out on any of the videos or the live streams. But I do apologize, Chris. I don't know why the notifications don't go out. I did put out posts. I put out a post yesterday. I actually scheduled this yesterday to to be well prepared, not for me to be well prepared, but to help well prepare others, to help inform, right? To help well inform everyone that we are going to be doing this live today at 1 p.m. Eastern time. But yeah, I did schedule it yesterday. I put a post out yesterday just to help. But again, if you're not getting the notifications, then what good is putting out the posts and scheduling this early? You know what I mean? Like it's weird. It's like why what good is me doing that if YouTube's not even gonna give you guys the notifications that you have that you deserve to see. So I apologize. I don't know, Chrissy, but I'm super happy that you're here. And even after the stream, like it's gonna be available for replay. So it's not like you're totally missing out. I mean, yeah, you missed out at the very beginning, but you know, it'll be there. It'll be there. And now you're here now. And now we're here. And now we're talking. And now we're having a great time. Pizzazz says make sure you set your notification bell to all. Right, right. I guess if you set it to all, then that covers everything. But if you're limiting it to certain things, then maybe that could be potentially the issue. Not sure. Don't know. I get a lot of notifications. I get notifications all the time. However, I will say this: I don't get every single video notification. So there's a couple channels I follow, and every now and then I'll get a notification that a new video is uploaded, but I don't get a notification every single time. So like sometimes these channels like they'll upload multiple videos in a day, and I don't get a notification for every single video. So again, I'm not entirely sure how notifications work on YouTube in terms of like how frequently they pop up, but I'm sure that there's limits to it, you know. As says I have it on all and still don't get them most of the time. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how. I mean, the other thing is too is like if you say for example, if you are subbed to 10 channels, right? Which, let's be real, a lot of us are subbed to a lot more than just 10. But if you're subbed to 10 channels and all 10 channels post a video that day, you're not going to get 10 notifications. Or if you get a notification, but then another notification pops in, it might overwrite the first notification. So until you see it, you might see only one notification, but that could have been like maybe the third notification, but it's been overwriting the previous notifications. Possible. I don't know. I'm just spitballing. I'm just kind of like throwing out my infinite wisdom on what it could possibly be. So the game was up. He was trapped. He had shot. He had been shot by Dan and was running out of time. Alan had almost caught up with him. He knew it was over. Look, I think he knew it was over. He definitely. I mean, he was definitely trapped, but I think he knew it was over, and he was gonna try to take out as many people as he want. It hurt me to see him like that. Not really. He was even joking around. Was he? I don't remember. I think he made a couple little chuckles, but I don't know. I'm gonna say that, but I don't remember what he was actually saying. Maybe yeah, maybe he was joking around. I listened to him because I wanted to understand. I didn't want to hear all the things he said the whole time. I was just thinking of you. Look, I did listen to him because I wanted to understand. We had been looking for the truth for so long, even though it hurt. No, I had to understand. Like, yeah, we had been looking for the truth for so long that we just needed to know. He knew we'd never be able to forgive him. In the end, he regretted everything. Believe me, he did. Yeah, that is true. In the end, he did regret everything. But you know what? Regret, he regretted everything, but he just kept going along with it. Like he just kept pushing and pushing and pushing. And the only time he actually started really regretting it was in the very end. So, like, I think it was more clear that he just knew that he would never be able to be forgiven. So he just kept going. Again, Richy's just a bad person. A lot of people loved Richy. A lot of people were sad to see Richy do this, but like me, I was like, Richy's just a bad person. What's up, Joe Rollins? Welcome to the stream. It's great to have you here. Welcome to the live stream, the members only live stream. Hope you guys are enjoying it. If you are enjoying members only live streams and members only content, be sure to hit that like button. Let me know what you guys think of this members only content, because I do plan on bringing some more content in. And if you guys have any suggestions as to what you'd like to see for members only, let me know. Let me know. If you want to see some more members only live streams, member only videos, maybe there's a specific game that you just got that the members only want to see. Let me know. Let me know, and we can start working on ways to help give you guys even more members only content. Des Dodona says he regretted it when Dan shot him and he couldn't play the hero and act as he saved himself and Hannah at the end. That's the other thing too. It's like he was trying to be the hero. He was gonna try to like save everybody in the end. Because I don't think Hannah knew that it was Richy at the time. Maybe she did. I don't remember exactly. This was like what, 5 years ago? I don't know. But it's hard to say. I mean, if you think about it, Richy was wrong for what he did, but he wouldn't have been in the position he thought he needed to be in without Hannah killing somebody. Yeah, I mean, Hannah was driving pretty recklessly, and Richy was in that vehicle, but Richy didn't need to save Hannah from herself, right? Um, Now I believe Hannah might have even been drunk. Like I think Hannah was intoxicated and Richy let her drive. So Richy was a little at fault, and maybe Richy thought that as well. But he didn't need to protect Hannah from running down somebody on accident. Again, it was on accident. She was intoxicated. He didn't need to help her hide the body. Like he could have done the right thing from the very beginning, but he was trying to protect Hannah. That's the other thing too. Do we think Hannah's gonna finally um be like held accountable for what she did years prior? That's interesting thought process as well. Because this whole time we always thought that Hannah was the victim, but she was kind of both. She was kind of the victim as well. She was the victim of Richy, but she was originally the perpetrator, the bad guy in the very beginning, when it all started happening. Interesting. Um, yeah, I just don't know if I want to say in the end he regretted everything. I think he did regret it, but like that, I don't care if he regrets it. Like he went along with it for years and then continued going down this path. But look, he knew that he was never going to be able to be forgiven. I mean, and who would forgive Richy for that? I can show you if you want. Like let's show the video. Let's show him the video. Yes, yeah, absolutely. Because I want to see the video too, because I have a hard time remembering exactly what happened. It's been so long. So let's send the file. We're going to watch it together. He even looks mad here. Look at him. He looks angry.
10 years ago, Hannah and Amy showed up on my doorstep. Pineglade was almost over. It was dark already. They wanted me to drive them to Grim Rock because Amy had lost something there. I don't even remember what it was.
Bracelet. I think.
I had been at the festival the whole day, so I was drunk. I had a couple of drinks. I said no. But they insisted. They were in a hurry. They already had made this huge detour to get to me, so. And I had been driving around our yard a couple of times. So I gave them the keys to an old AMC Gremlin. One that should have been scrapped a couple of days later. So I thought, there's no harm in that, right? A couple of minutes later, they showed up again. And I almost didn't recognize the car. In the dark, with all these dents. There was blood on the windshield. There was blood on the bumper. And none of them were capable to, as much as utter a single word. And I thought, it must have hit an animal, some deer that jumped in front of the car. So I drove them to the spot. And there she was. Girl. Covered in blood.
Can you guys hear it?
Lifeless.
It's hard for me to hear it. Hopefully you guys can hear it better than I can.
We buried her in the forest. We never spoke a word of that again. I'm sorry.
So I think you guys could hear it better than I could. But I think I got most of it. So I was wrong. Yeah, it's been like a shit ton of years, right? So it's been very long since we've played any Duskwood. I haven't watched that video in a long time. So I was misled, not misled, but I was misleading you guys. So what happened, what actually happened is kind of like what you just heard. So Amy and Hannah showed up to Richie's door. Amy and Hannah were underage. They did not have a driver's license. They couldn't drive. They didn't have a license. They weren't trained or anything like that. But they showed up to Richie. They asked Richie for Richie to drive them to Grimrock because they had lost something, and Richie was like, "Nah, I'm not gonna drive. I'm drunk. I've been hanging at the festival all day. I can't drive." That great. That was a good thing. That was a good thing. You know, Richie decided not to drive because he was drunk. But then Hannah and Amy, they were making a fuss about it, apparently. And so he was like, you know what? Here's keys to an old car that's going to be scrapped anyways. Like, what's the worst? Even if you scratch it, ding it, whatever, it's not going to matter. It's being destroyed. It's being crunched. It's whatever. It's being turned into scrap. Here's the keys to an old gremlin. What was it? What do you call it? AMC gremlin, something like that. And so he gave him the keys, which was not good. This is where things start to go down for Richie, because now he's given the keys to a car to minors who have no reason being behind the wheel. But he said that, oh, but Hannah is like driven around in the yard a couple times, so like he thought it was going to be okay. Like that's not an excuse. He tried to make it seem like it. He tried to make it seem like an excuse. He tried to make it seem like that was okay. But that's not an excuse. He gave the keys over to Amy and Hannah. They went driving off. A couple minutes later, they came back. The car was wrecked. Richie thought that maybe they just hit an animal, which that would have been the best case scenario. But then they found the girl, and she was lifeless, bloodied. They had ran over a girl. So instead of doing the right thing by contacting the authorities, Because Richie probably would have gotten in trouble too. Like, let's be real. He gave the keys to the girls. They went off, they killed somebody. Whether it was an accident or not, everyone's going to get in trouble. So instead of just doing the right thing, now it's like, well, we need to hide the body. And we need to never talk about this ever again. We need to make it seem like it was this mythical urban legend that did this or something, right? And then that's when things started going downhill. So in the end, like, does Hannah is Hannah going to be held accountable for what she did? Richie, he's not going to be held accountable for anything because he set himself on fire. But it makes me wonder if Richie's going to be held accountable. But I don't know. Desdemona says, so Ted was the original owner of the car of the accident 10 years ago. We know from Duskwood Ted was in jail, and Lilly found an inmate visitor request letter in Hannah's mailbox. Which makes me wonder if Ted was in jail because the police thought Ted ran over Jennifer. Possibly. But, well, I guess did they ever know that it was an AMC Gremlin? Like, did the police know that? Because like the car got scrapped later on, right? Isn't that what happened? Like eventually I mean, a couple days later they scrapped that car. But Ted could have also been in jail for who knows, any other reason. He was a little drunk when he gave the keys. You're not thinking clearly at that point. I understand, but still, that doesn't make it right. I mean that to me tells me more that he's more in the wrong for that. I mean, the fact that he gave the keys to him, regardless whether he was drunk or in the correct state of mind, would be bad. He would have been an accessory when he helped hide the body. He stepped out of being an accessory. Yeah, I mean, he would have been held accountable. He would have been in trouble a little bit by giving the keys. Like he would have been like, I don't know what they would have classified that criminally, endangerment, whatever it might have been. I really don't know what it would have been. He would have gotten in trouble for being just a dumbass, right? That's what he would have gotten in trouble for being a dumbass. But instead, he went and tried to hide the body. He helped try to hide the body, get rid of it. Now that's way worse. Now you're talking like really bad charges. Chrissy says, "Where's our Jake?" Right here. I'm right here. No, we haven't heard from Jake yet. We haven't heard from Jake yet. They never really did a deep dive of Ted in the story. That's true. But let's get back into our group chat here. Cleo says, we already know everything, Richie's motives and everything that happened before. Hannah told us everything. Oh, so Hannah now is spilling the beans. It makes me wonder, is Hannah in jail right now? This is all my fault? Absolutely not. How could I be so blind? I definitely wasn't. I'm not saying anything. I'm not taking any blame for that because I knew from the beginning. Maybe not from the beginning. I knew from really early on. Dan's just like, fuck it. Like, everyone should be getting in trouble. Richie should get in trouble. Hannah should get in trouble. Dan's just offline. Is he drunk? I hope not. I know Dan likes his booze, but hopefully he's not drunk. Like, I'm not gonna say anything else again. It is a shitty situation. Thomas says I'll drive him. He won't get far like this. Yes, do that. Or what? Dan needs to go somewhere. We'll talk later, tongue tied. No, I want to keep talking. Can you call me if you hear from Jake? Of course. Absolutely. Smiley face. I'm glad to have you back. Me too. So am I, Lilly. Chrissy says it's all a cover up. Chrissy says, if TT is Jake, I have some questions and I'm not happy. Desdemona says, please TT, don't be Jake. Why would you wouldn't want me to be Jake? I feel like I would be a good Jake. I feel like I would be a pretty solid Jake. Spend 10 minutes with your friends. We spent a lot more than 10 minutes with our friends. But now we are back to the mini games. You guys want to see some mini games completions? I'm pretty good at this. I'm probably good. If I do fail, well, I guess it's going to be the end of the stream. But hopefully I don't. We shall see. What do you need? Snow and blocks? We'll see here in a second whether I fail or not. Hopefully not. I'm already in a shitty situation. I don't like the setup. Not a fan of the setup. Things are getting worse. There we go. I like that. Don't like that. Not a fan. There we go. I'll take it. I will take it. That's what we needed. Ooh. Let's see. I like it. How many moves do I have left? 17. I had it covered up. Okay. Ice is gone from there. Still got to figure out the rest of the blocks and the snow. So the ice isn't the priority, but the ice definitely limits you from being able to do a lot of stuff. We got to figure out how we can get these bombs. That didn't help. That doesn't help. The ice took out that. Oh, this will help. That's all right. Oof. Take it. I will take it. There we go. This will be good. Then we can use the double bomb. Do some damage. A little bit. Not much, but a little bit. That's a good power-up at the top there, but I like combining those power-ups with other power-ups, but I might not have that chance. We got 5 moves. We got 7 more snow that we need and 2 more blocks. I feel like we need to get these blocks out as soon as we can. Then we can focus on the snow, which I only have 4 snows on screen, but I need 7, so I need a little bit of luck here. I do need a little bit of luck. Oh, you fucker. I needed that. Oh, damn it. That would have been great. I mean, I still won. Don't get me wrong. I still won, but I like combining those power-ups together. I like combining them. And it took that away from me. But it still worked. It still worked. If the game crashes, we know what happened. Yeah, exactly. I still beat it with 1 move left. It still worked, but I like combining those power-ups together. Like, that's the fun part. They took my fun away from me. Yeah, no more moves. Of course. Alright, so far so good. Doing all right. Doing all right. Not bad. Let's see. Hmm. There we go. This is good. Not bad, not bad. I like that move. That was a good move. If I may say so myself, that was a great move. $13 moves left. We're sitting in a pretty good spot right now. Pretty good position to complete this for a second time in a row. But it's all about making the right moves. Okay. Now, do we want to take the ice out or do we want to go for the power up? Need 11 more snow, but only 2 on screen. I think we're going to take the ice out. We'll get power-ups over time. It's important to get that ice out of the way. That ice can turn really bad really quick. Now all the blocks are out. But look, like this is what sucks. Like I need 10 more snow, but I got 2 on screen and nothing else is popping up. Like what the hell? Like help me. Like, there's nothing here. Nothing's even popping up, hardly. I need 6 more snow. 4 moves. It's not looking good. Right when we thought we were in good position, now we're in a shitty position. 2 moves, 4 snow, 2 on screen. Not looking good. We need like a big chain reaction of stuff, you know? And it's not here. That sucks. Part of the reasons why I lose these games sometimes is not because of anything that I did wrong. It's just the game doesn't want me to win. It's not my fault. Pisses me off. Makes me want to use the gems to get 5 more moves, but I don't even remember if we can even beat it in 5 moves. I couldn't remember. I don't know. We probably could have. It's fine. It's just 1 heart. It's not that big a deal. We just weren't getting lucky. Didn't have enough chain reaction stuff, you know? This isn't looking good. It's not looking good. I don't have a lot of good things popping up for me. Ooh, I'll take it. Ooh, do we want to go to the right or to the left? Ah, tough, tough, tough. I'm going to go to the left. Hopefully that was the right decision. Ah, you fucker, I needed to go there. That's where I was getting ready to go next. That's where I was going to go next. But it said, nope, not today. Perfect. I like that. Now we got to figure out how we can get a power up next to it. That's not what I wanted to do. That was stupid. Wasn't it? It's alright. We'll figure it out. Ah. That was going to be it, I thought. There's an option to skip them, but they cost 19 diamond. Yeah, I'm not about that. I'll wait and get more hearts before I use 19 diamonds to skip it. This isn't looking good. I got 2 moves. I still got 2 moves. I only got 2 moves. Fuck me. I didn't realize I was that far off. Yeah, we're not winning this one. That sucked. Like I just I feel like I just didn't get good stuff. Look, and now I get the power up. Now I got the power up. I'm using it. I'm using it. I spent the 5 diamonds. I wanted to use it, and I don't even think it's gonna help. Like I don't even think it's gonna. It didn't even. I'm still gonna fucking lose. I'm still gonna lose. Damn it. It's like now I'm like stuck. Like I just need to keep spending the diamonds to keep going. I'm definitely gonna lose. Not even gonna. That didn't help me out the way I wanted it to. Sucks. Bullshit. Whatever. Lose the life. Let me start over. Stupid. Hate it. If the live stream ends, then you have nobody to blame it except on to Everbite. Just so everyone's aware. If the live stream ends, you can blame Everbite for it. This isn't going well for me. I can just see it. I can see it. The writing is on the wall. This is not going well. That was pretty good, though. That actually wasn't too bad. Not terrible. Not bad. There we go. Well, it would have been better if this barrel right there at the bottom was horizontal, not vertical. But I'll take it regardless. I mean, we're close. We are close. It's gonna be the snow again. The snow's gonna fuck me again. I just know it. I have 1 snow on the board. I need 4. There we go. Snow's done. All I need. I'm not getting it. All I need is that 1 block at the bottom right, and I don't have anything there to get it. 2 moves. I need a green. I need a green leaf somewhere down there. And it's not happening. Or here we go. This is going to be a chain reaction. You see the blue bomb on the bottom left? I'm going to go up with that. That bomb is going to hit that pink barrel, which is going to hit the green barrel, which is going to hit the block. It's going to be a game win. Fuck, it missed the... Damn it! No! I thought it was going to hit the pink barrel. Mr. gets to skip the mini games for years with RG must suffer like the rest of us now. I know. Damn it. I thought for sure that was gonna hit the pink barrel. It's not gonna happen. I'm not gonna hit it. I need 2 moves. I have 1 move. I need 2. It's not going to happen. I can see how I can get it in 2 moves, but I don't have 2 moves. I have 1 move. So it looks like I'm going to have to use diamonds because I'm not losing another health. I hate it. There's the second move. I hate it. But it had to be done. It had to be done. I've used 10 diamonds so far. Hit that like button. Hit that like button 10 times for 10 diamonds. And now we have 1 more star that we need to get. We need the plus symbols, the hearts, and the bricks. I need to work my way over towards the bricks, but I don't have anything near the bricks. Nothing. That sucked. That sucked too. Nothing's helping me here. There we go. That helped a little bit. That didn't help at all. I need 10 hearts and 2 more bricks, and I have 3 moves left. And there are 4 hearts on the board. Yeah, it's not going to happen. Yet again, it's not going to happen. It's bullshit. I hate this game. I hate it. I hate it so much. How many lives do we have left? 2. 2 lives left to try to win this one more time. This time we need diamonds and plus symbols. Woo! I like that. Now we just got to get a power up to connect with it, which we can right here. Now, do we want to use it yet? I feel like we don't want to use it right this second. But look at this. Oh, we got one of those now too? I think we would definitely want to use it now, because that's going to hit all the plus symbols, and we got a lot of plus symbols in really good spots. Yes. Yes. Beautiful. Absolutely glorious. Look at that. That was great. That was what we needed. It was exactly what we needed. Now we just have to worry about the diamonds and the plus symbols, which should be easy enough to do. Should be very, very easy to do. Now we just need to worry about the diamonds. We got 15 moves to get 6 diamonds. It's a wash. It's easy. It's already been clutched. We're good. It's not right now. It's just trying to run the clock out. There it is. And now you don't have to have the game crash out on you. Not me crash now, but the game crash out on you. We can continue with the story. Oh, isn't that great? Who are we going to talk to now? Eric. All right. We're done. I don't even want to talk to... Why would I want to talk to Eric? We just got done talking to our friends from Duskwood. Why are we talking to Eric now? Like, I don't even want to talk to Eric. Eric's just going to be like, oh, we should just not do anything. We should just give all of our evidence to the police. Did you guys even think about it? Have you come to your senses yet? Like, thanks for watching. Love you all. Bye. Damn it. Screw you, Eric. I don't want to talk to you. Chrissy says, as he can't even blame us for losing, although I'm sure he'll try. You know what? Let me give that a shot. The fact that I'm doing this live puts more pressure on me to complete those mini games, because if I don't complete the mini games, we don't continue on with the story. So it puts more pressure on me because you're here watching me, puts even more pressure on me. So, you know, sometimes when you have a lot of pressure that's being put on you, you make mistakes. And maybe those mistakes happened in the puzzles, which could have been what, you know, led me to lose some of those mini games. So kind of your guys' fault. If I was doing this in my own time, not on stream, not, being crushed by the pressure of the viewers, maybe I would have been able to think about the moves a little bit more carefully, spend a few extra seconds deciding if this is the perfect move, looking at the chain reaction that could potentially happen, playing 3, 4, 5 moves ahead like I normally do, completing these, much easier, I might say. But no, I had to do this under the crushing pressure of the members' eyeballs on me and make sure that I didn't screw up so much that I had to end the stream. So I'd say it's your guys' fault. How's that? How's that for turning it around on you guys? Makes sense. Makes sense. Crushed by the pressure of the viewers. Exactly. See, you get it. You get it. Joe Rollins says, I take the blame, TT. Please chat to Joe Rollins, the MVP of the chat, says, I will take all the blame, just talk to Eric. I appreciate that, Joe. That's very kind of you. Erica says, so he invited us to blame us? Well, not entirely. Not entirely. Only when the blame is your fault. As says you have performance anxiety. You know that as I've spoken very openly about the fact that I have stage fright. I've talked about that a lot. Hence the reason why it took me a year to even do any form of commentary on my videos. I have stage fright. I've always had stage fright. Took me a long time to get over that, and I still haven't fully gotten over it. You know what happened? You know what happened in Japan? I had to introduce myself to somebody very important, and I had practiced how to introduce myself to this person in Japanese, right? And I practiced it over and over and over again. I kept reciting it in my mind over and over and over again, waiting for the moment that I had to do that for this person. And when it actually happened, I froze. The phrase to introduce myself to them was Watashi no name wa tongue-tied desu. Watashi no name wa tongue-tied desu. That's all I had to say. Watashi no name wa tongue-tied desu. Watashi no name wa tongue-tied desu. That's it. I recited it over and over and over in my head. And I just said it to you guys like 3 times in perfect Japanese. And when the time happened, I froze. I froze up. Not even an English hello came out of my mouth. Like I froze. It was embarrassing. It was embarrassing, and I froze up. That's why you froze, because you put too much pressure on yourself, probably. But it was embarrassing. Did you just walk away? Not that I couldn't. I was in a confined room. So in that situation, I couldn't just walk away. I just did like a bow, and I think I said yes. I think I said yes. I did a bow and said yes. He introduced himself to me. I bowed and said yes. Not like a heavy bow, but just like I just bowed my head and said yes, because I completely freaked out. Not freaked out, but I completely froze up and didn't know what to say. What did they do afterwards? They were very, very kind. They just moved on to the next person. Yeah, they were nice about it. They moved on to the next person, and then because I was the first one, like I was the first one that they introduced themselves to me. Like I wasn't planning on being the first one. I wanted to be like third, but where I was at, I was number 1, and I froze up. It was embarrassing. I hated it. It's gonna live with me for the rest of my life too. Anyways, let's talk to Eric, because I'm done talking about this. I practiced it so many times. And then like while I was in there getting ready to meet this person, I practiced it in my head so many times. And then when it was time to go, I couldn't even talk English. Like I didn't know what to say. I freaked out. Not freaked out, but I panicked. I panicked and I froze up. I'm telling you, I from the beginning, from the beginning until now, 100 years later, I still have stage fright. I still freeze up sometimes. It happens. It happens. Number 1 ended as a number 30. It was like number 10. I think there was only like no, there was like seven or eight of us. So like I was 7 or 8. Desdemona says, I do that while interacting with people I don't know. Sometimes a new transferred student comes up and says hello, and I almost get scared and run away. I did a live stream on Twitch talking about my experience in Japan. And something happened when I was in one of the arcade claw machine art buildings, the arcade games. And I got approached by a future ex-wife, who I didn't know. Like this person didn't know me, but they approached me and started asking me questions. And I can honestly say, like at that point in time, I did run away. Like I panicked, I froze up, and I kind of like I didn't freeze up as heavy as I did when I was trying to introduce myself, but like I did panic a little bit, and I left and went back to the hotel room because I kind of got weirded out. But if you haven't seen it, go check out my VOD on Twitch about it. Maybe I'll even upload it to YouTube to talk about my time in Japan. But yeah, that did happen. So if you want to hear that story, you can listen to my VOD on Twitch. I highly recommend it. Let's talk to Eric. Can I ask you something? No, you cannot. But of course, you can ask, and I can't promise I'll give you an answer. Sure. What do you want to know, Eric? And he cried. I did not cry in my bed. I didn't cry in the bed. Did Adam rent that room because of you? What? I love how I say the answer and then I pull up my options and it's the answer. Were you the reason? Was I the reason for what? Like, I don't understand the question. Like, how could I be the reason that Adam... And we don't even know if Adam was in the motel. We don't know that. We don't know if that was Adam. Of course not. How would I even know? I didn't even know about the Greenside Motel. I admit that thought had occurred to us for a second. Did Charlie tell you that? The hell, Charlie? Why would Adam rent out a room at the Greenside Motel because of me? What did we say something in episode 1 or episode 2 3 years ago? Like, it takes a year for these episodes to come out, so I never have any recollection of what I did before. I barely know what I did yesterday, let alone a year ago in a game. But did Charlie tell you that? Is Charlie talking shit behind my back? It says, love it. You should watch my videos. I highly recommend. Yeah, you should watch my videos. I highly recommend them. You should watch all of them. I highly recommend it. No, I came to that conclusion myself, and you weren't renting that room for yourself either? No. What are you getting at, Eric? Ash changed her background. Ooh, I like that background. That's a nice background. No, I wasn't, honestly. I've never even been to Red Log. I'd have told you already if that was the case. Look, I've never even been to Red Log, let alone renting out a room at the Greenside Motel. You should watch my videos. I highly recommend them. I approve this message. should do that for a self-promoted ad. You should watch my videos. I highly recommend it. My name's Tongue Tied, and I approve this message. But I've never even been to Red Lock. No, Eric. Adam and I weren't an item. Yeah, we weren't even together. I don't even know what you're talking about. When did we ever talk about us being an item? He thinks we were an item with Adam, of course. I don't get that. That's not what I was saying. It's kind of what you were saying, but you were thinking it. Just what were you implying? Well, I'd understand if it's what you were thinking. So what were you implying? If that's not what you were saying, then what were you implying? I mean, come on, a secret motel room for the two of us. You upset that your best friend has a romantic partner or something? I don't know. Like, it doesn't make any sense. I know what that looks like. That's pretty suspicious. That's straight out of some cheesy dime novel, I guess. I don't know. And why would you even care, Eric? I wasn't trying to offend you. It's fine. I don't even care. I don't care what your opinion is, Eric. Ooh, is this a premium chat option? This is kind of like the romantic kind of like side story. It seems like for whatever reason, we got into this like romantic side story with Eric, which it's whatever. I don't really care, but it's not really the... Like, I'd rather be on the romantic side story with Ash. Let's be real. Like, me and Ash, we get along really well together. But I did always say that I would always choose the premium chat options, and this to me seems like a premium chat option. I really don't know, because once you get the media pack, you really don't know what is premium and what isn't. You know, you don't know what is free and what isn't. You just kind of go along with it, but this does seem like one because it has that little message with the heart next to it. So is there anything else you'd like to tell me? Mr. Jealous? There's something, I can feel it, Eric. There's something unsaid things between us. I don't know. Eric, like, just say it, Eric. It's not easy to say this without sounding like a total jerk. I mean, just spit it out. Okay, fine. Last night at Whitmore's place, when I was trying to sleep a bit, I was lying in the cabin in the old bed, staring at the ceiling, thinking. I was tired, but my brain wasn't. Okay, that happens to a lot of people on a daily basis. I don't get what you're trying to say. That was the adrenaline, but you were totally exhausted. Don't say anything. It was probably the adrenaline, maybe. I don't know. You could do the diamond choices and then pick the bad answers. Maybe that's what we'll do. The heart is romancing. I don't know if that's premium or basic. I have no idea. I have no idea. Once you pay for the media package, you don't know what is free and what isn't. The only time that you would know if it's free or not is if you don't buy the media package and then it comes across something that you have to essentially pay for. So, but because I don't have because I purchased the media package and I'm not actually necessarily paying for specific answers or specific choices, it doesn't clarify if it is or not. So probably, but it wasn't just that. That was the first time I realized the situation I was in. And then you were there. I wondered what you were doing, whether you might not be able to sleep either, whether you might be thinking of me too, maybe even worrying, or if I might be angry with, or if you might be angry with me because I got myself into that situation. I was probably fast asleep at that point. I was probably sleeping at that point because I wasn't thinking about you. I was probably both angry, no doubt. I was worried. Look, I was probably sleeping. I wasn't thinking anything about it. Don't say anything at all. I ain't even going to make it seem like I'm playing around. I'm not even going to make it seem like it was a joke. But that's not possible. What do you mean it's not possible? Because you were online when I checked. I could have fell asleep while still online. I could have, my phone was still sitting next to me online. I wasn't sleeping. As is, I thought this convo was sweet, especially if Jake is never going to text me again. Cough, TT cough. The heart's not premium, but the diamond symbol choices are. But I don't know what the diamond symbol choices are though, because it doesn't show me the diamond symbol choices anymore. Once you pay for the media package, it doesn't show you those choices. So it makes it hard to figure out if it is or not. Because you were online at look, I was a sleepwalker. I've been sleepwalking every day since I was born. At least when I'm really angry. Didn't you know? Did you know I was a sleepwalker? Yeah, okay. I get it. I deserve this. What I'm trying to say, thinking of you is what got me out of there. That's what I was trying to tell you. Or that's what I was trying to tell you last night. You don't have anything to say, or you don't have to say anything if you don't want to. Oh, I might just not. It doesn't give me an option. It doesn't even give me an option. It says you don't have to say anything if you don't want to, but then it doesn't give me an option not to say anything. Anyways, thank you for telling me. You're welcome. I'm not sure what you want me to say. Is this like one of those things where like I've never so all right, hear me out. I've never been in this situation, but I've seen like videos of it, right? You know, like when the person tells you they like your romantic partner, you know, they tell you you love you, or they tell you that they love you, but you're not right there. You're not there at the moment, so you just say thank you. Is that what this is? Like, thank you for telling me. Like, like Eric's pouring his heart out, and I'm just like, thanks? Question mark? Or should I just say, you're welcome? I feel like that hits harder. Not sure what to say. Um, I'm just gonna be like, you're welcome? Question mark? As this sounds like I've never replied to I love you by saying thank you. I've never been given that option. I've never been given that choice, but I probably say it. I probably be like, thanks. I think. Okay, well, now you know I haven't been able to sleep yet. I think I'm going to do that now. You haven't been. I thought this entire time you were sleeping. We've been talking to Charlie and Ash. We've been talking to all these other people. We've been talking to our group. I thought this entire time Eric was sleeping, and I was like just living my best life. Ash says no, you would say you're welcome. Somebody would tell me that they love me, and I'd say you're welcome. You know what? That's that's how it's going to be from for forever now. So if anyone ever tells me that they love me, I'm just going to be like, you're welcome. That's some narcissistic, cold-blooded stuff right there. That's way worse than thank you. You can think of me if you want to. Yes, do that. Look, I think it's better for you just to go to sleep. Let me know if there's any news. Thanks, tongue tied. You're welcome. See you later. And we're back to the damn puzzles. No, we're not. Write a jewel answer. Never mind. No, we're talking to the group. Okay. I thought we were back to the puzzles, but I was just grabbing another diamond, which I have 31 of. This is getting ridiculous. What the hell happened, Ash? You can't find a cassette player to listen to the tape? Doesn't sound like it. Doesn't seem like it. When I called them, the guy on the phone at Larry's Curious told me they definitely had a tape recorder, but not a tape player. So I took a huge detour to drive there, and then I had to wait ages when I got there because the guy had to go in the back and look for it. Only to come back out and say, sorry, we ain't got it. And then it turns out they don't even have a tape recorder. But guess what they had instead? Someone working there called Larry. Fair. That's a fair response. I'm really bad at guessing. I don't suppose he found Adam in the storage, did he? Honestly, that would be great. Maybe he found Adam in storage. I like that answer. That's a funny answer. Damn, you're really competing with Charlie for the most tone-deaf jokes here. That was kind of tone-deaf. I get it. But it was funny. It was funny. I realized that when I hit send. It was still funny. It might have been tone-deaf, but it was still funny. This looking for a cassette player drove me nuts, says Az. Dan, gallery update. Just staring out the window? Is that what he updated in the gallery? I think so. I think me and Dan would be really good friends. Anyways, so they had a huge pile of cassette tapes, and then he got super rude because I didn't want to buy his tapes off him. So he didn't have a cassette tape recorder or player, but he had a shit ton of cassette tapes, but then got mad because we didn't want to buy any of his stupid cassette tapes. Yeah, some people. Maybe this isn't the right way to go about it. Yeah, some people. Doesn't make any sense. Like, how are we supposed to listen to the cassettes that we just bought from you? Because you don't have a cassette player for us to listen to them. Like, what the hell? Seriously. Ah, yes. Perfect timing. I was just about to text both of you. What's up, Charlie? Hi. Any news? Let's find out. Many newses. All the newses. So many of the newses. I found out that the Holland family used to live by the Bright Fall for a while, if that rings a bell for you. It does not, but for Ash it does. Never heard of it, says me. It's a pretty imposing estate on the outskirts of Redlog. Well, it used to be. What do you mean by imposing? Like big? Small? Scary? It's been abandoned for years, and it's pretty run down. Got it. So, like, not even in service anymore. Looks like there were a few incidents in the past that they had to call the police a few times. Okay, so what were the incidences? Other than Holland being missing. Whatever her name is. I can't remember what her name is. Something Holland. At first, they thought it was just some rowdy teenagers getting up to no good somewhere around the estate, but the incidents got more frequent and they got worse. So what kind of incidents are we talking about here? All sorts of stuff, really. Broken windows, strange tags on the outer walls, a shed that got broken into. And one time they found a completely... What? Exsanguinated? I have never seen that word a day in my life, and I am 100 years old. I've never seen that word a day in my freaking life. Exsanguinated? I don't even know how to pronounce that. Animal carcasses on their property. Exsanguinated. Exsanguinated. Does anybody else know how to pronounce that? Exsanguinated. Az had issues with it too. Yeah, I don't blame you. I feel like that's a typo. That word doesn't exist. There's no way anybody knows what that word is. There's no way anyone has ever even spoken that word in their entire lives. That word does not exist. What kind of animal? What the hell are you talking about, Charlie? It's got to be a typo. It didn't say anywhere. What? I'm not asking about that. I'm talking what could in a exsanguinated. I thought we could probably do without knowing the particular detail. I don't know. Whatever. Every detail could be important. Yes, but it still didn't say anywhere. So it is whatever. Exsanguinated. Exsanguinated. That word doesn't exist. I'm certain. Certain it doesn't exist. Hold on. I'm looking it up right now. I've got my laptop in front of me. It's the only way I can see your guys' comments. So we're looking it up. There is an exsanguination. Let me see if I can play this so you guys can hear it. 2 seconds. I'm gonna try to play it so you guys can hear it. Let's see.
Exsanguinated.
I was pretty fucking close. Could you guys hear that? Could you guys hear it? Hold on. Let me put you up close to the laptop.
Exsanguinated.
Exsanguinated. Like I was close. I was right there. I was circling it. I actually think I was pretty good on it. So exsanguination is the severe, often fatal loss of blood, leading to death, typically resulting from catastrophic injury, trauma to major vessels, or rupture of an aneurysm. It causes rapid organ failure and death within minutes, often when 30 to 50% of blood volume is lost. Immediate intervention is required to prevent fatal outcomes. Exsanguinated. I'm still struggling with it. Exsanguinated. Yeah, I was right there with it. I was pretty fucking spot on. Let's be real. I was pretty spot on with it. Gotta say, I'm pretty proud of myself for somebody who can't fucking read. Pretty spot on, if I may say so myself. Desdeno says it does exist. It shouldn't. It shouldn't. That's a weird ass word. Erica says it sounded like a Harry Potter spell more than a real word. You're right on with that. It really did. And honestly, it could be a pretty devastating spell. You know, you exsanguination, and then all of a sudden they start pouring blood from every pore of their body to complete total blood loss and organ failure. Like that would be worse than Avada Kedavra. Like seriously, that would be worse than Crucio as well. We need to reach out to the Harry Potter world and say, hey, we need a new spell called exsanguination. Exsanguination. And it's just blood spilling out of every orifice of their body until they've lost so much blood that they go through organ failure. Isn't there already a spell that does that? Harry used it on Draco. Snape made it up? Oh, I don't know. Did they call it exsanguination? I feel like that would be a hard spell to master too, because you couldn't hardly master how to say it, let alone actually how to perform it. Anyway, so every detail could be important, but yes, but it still didn't say anywhere. So for a while, they sent a patrol car up to Brightfall every night, but the police were stumped. They never found a perpetrator, and it looks as if to this day nobody really knows who or what was making trouble up there at night. Spooky, you think it has something to do with Sophia's disappearance? It's as if that family is a sort of magnet for bad luck. Is that maybe why they moved out? Yeah. Do you think it has anything to do with Sophia's disappearance? Maybe Sophia was exsanguinated. Group chat. I thought we were in a group chat. What are you talking about, Violet? Talking about can we? Oh, we're in a group chat with just Ash and Charlie. So Violet's finally reaching out to us in the actual regular group chat. Interesting. Now I'm curious to see what Violet has to say because Violet doesn't talk to nobody ever. Violet's been the most quiet individual in this entire game and probably is the kidnapper. Like, how crazy would that be? The most quiet person in the game ends up being the bad guy. But Charlie says I was wondering the same thing. Anyways, let's get back to the group chat. Could we maybe talk for a second? I don't know, Violet. Can you? That seems to be a foreign concept for you, Violet. I'm sorry, Violet. Like you don't really ever do anything to elicit the frustration that you get from me. But also, I feel like you deserve it. Or am I interrupting something? Yeah, you kind of are. So stop talking, Violet. like what if Violet finally says something? She finally reaches out to the group and we just shut her down like, "Hey, what are you doing talking?" Sure, we've got time. You're not interrupting anything, guys. Yeah, you're not interrupting anything, Violet. You speak you speak your truth, Violet. Speak what's on your mind. What's the stitch? So I found something out about that missing girl. Ooh, say no more. You mean Sophia? Exactly. I just spoke to Julie, and she used to know Sophia. Who the hell's Julie? Wait, what? Julie? Julie from the diner? Yep. And she knows Sophia, apparently. Charlie and her are dating. That's what Ash is saying. So Charlie and her are dating, but he doesn't know that all of us also know. Oh, so Julia and Charlie is sitting in a tree. Um, but nobody else knows. Got it. But yeah, I thought I recognized Sophia's name earlier, but I just couldn't place it. And then I remembered Sophia came to the diner last week. You don't say. Did you talk to Sophia? What a coincidence. Again? Wait, who's Julie again? We're about to we're about to see if Charlie um we're about to see if Charlie lets us like reveals that he and Julie are dating. I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna be like, wait, who's Julie again? I already know who Julie is, but I want Charlie to say it. My coworker at the diner. Okay, thanks, Violet. I wasn't saying that to you. Anyways, Violet screwed that one up for us. My coworker at the diner. It was like this. Julie and I were doing the late shift at the diner. It was really late, so you don't fucking say, Violet. The late shift at the diner. It was really late. You don't say. So I wasn't expecting any customers. Then suddenly this young woman came in and asked if she could use our phone. She gave me such a fright. I remember that. Spare us the unimportant details. so you so you were already closing up and you'd never seen that woman. You never seen Sophia ever before in your entire life? No, never. Anyways, I wanted to show her out. I wanted to show her our phone in the back. Oh, I guess like their landline phone. Anyways, I wanted to show her the phone in the back, but then she suddenly saw Julie. She went to her and the two of them talked. So Sophia talked to Julie. Now, why doesn't Charlie know anything about this, seeing how Charlie is dating Julie? So they obviously knew each other. Yeah, 100% knew each other. Because Sophia felt very comfortable to go talk to Julie. Yeah, what the hell, Charlie? I mean, not that Charlie knows that we know, but still, what the hell, Charlie? Yes, I hadn't really thought much more of it that night, but then Eric told us that Sophia went missing too. So I asked Julie about her, and she told me a lot. All right, Violet, spill it. But I think it might be better for you two to talk to her directly. Can you just give us the rundown? Do you want all of us to come to the diner? You're probably like, look, can you just give? No, you're probably right, Violet. You're probably right. We probably should talk to Julie herself. Get it directly from her. That way, there's no miscommunication. There's no like misunderstanding or anything like that. But Julie's busy right now. But I'll invite her to the group if that's okay with you. 100% fine by me. Look, perfectly fine by me. I think that'll be a interesting conversation too with Julie. Me too. Yeah, for sure. No problem. Add her. I'm fine with that. You're talking a lot there, Charlie. Yeah, I think your point came across the first time. Maybe, but I have a question. Yeah, your point came across the first time, Charlie. You didn't have to add 2 more responses. Charlie's nervous. He's nervous that Julie is coming into our chat. So I guess we're all just waiting for Julie now. Just right when she's here, I'm on my phone anyways. Could someone call me in case I don't respond? Yeah, can someone just give me a phone call? Maybe that'll actually trigger an actual video call message from someone. Who knows? Sure, I can do that. So Charlie might actually trigger a phone call conversation with us. Just go ahead without me if I'm not here yet. Yeah, okay. I mean, because Ash is busy. Ash is trying to find a recorder. So Ash might not be there right away. But then Charlie says, right back online, says, wait a sec. I just thought of something else. What is it? What is it that you thought of, Charlie? V, you saw Sophia, right? For a second. So you recognize her on a photograph? Probably. I guess so. Yeah. Wait, you have a picture of Sophia? Probably from like a news article, maybe? Yeah, Tongue Tied has one. Oh, do I? Yeah, 1 second. Here it is. Oh, yeah, we do have. Oh, wait. No, I don't know which one Sophia is. How am I supposed to know? I should send the picture of the horse. Wait. Okay, so hold on. We got to figure out which one is the right one. Because I don't remember. Because it's between 2. It's between 2. Hold on, wait a second. It's between this Sophia. It's between this Sophia and this Sophia. We got to figure out which one it is. You know what? I think it's this Sophia. I think that's fucking Charlie. Maybe. Maybe it's not. I honestly think that's her hand. I thought maybe she'd be holding the hand of the boyfriend, but I think that's just her hands. Wait, no, Sophia's not the one dating Charlie. It's Julie that's dating Charlie. So who the... Yeah, so I take it back. I don't know who Sophia is. But it's either this Sophia or it's the other Sophia. We don't know which Sophia it is, to be honest. I wonder if there's clues in her profile. To kind of give us an idea. I don't know. I don't know if it's the redhead Sophia or if it's the blonde Sophia. There's got to be a clue somewhere that hints towards it. This Sophia is in a relationship. This Sophia, the redhead Sophia, I don't think is. I'm going to go with the blonde Sophia. Because I just really don't know. Notes. Unknown. It was a promise that you gave me quietly, just to me. You whispered it as the sun set behind us in the ocean. The world around us was dark, and there was just the two of us. Your words reverberate through my memories, locked away safe. There was a time when I thought we would be forever together, but life broke us apart. What if I had, what if I had not been so, or what if it had not been so? Then I would have gone with you until the end. Maybe it's this Sophia. Maybe it's that Sophia. Maybe it's the redhead Sophia. Hold on, let me see. I want to be careful not to hit links because obviously it's going to go to an actual link. So I don't want to hit links, but now I'm kind of leaning towards redhead Sophia. I think I'm leaning towards redhead Sophia. It's hard to say because like there's no way of seeing if Sophia has been online recently. They're both offline, but it doesn't say like when their last picture was sent or uploaded. It doesn't say anything. But maybe this is the Sophia. I'm leaning towards redhead Sophia now. What is chat thing? Let me look at comments real quick. TT's testy today. That was earlier. I was being testy with Violet. I get it. Totally forgot about Brian. Oh yeah, there is a Brian. Yeah, I forgot about Brian too. I mean, it's only been like a year or two. The one right middle. Are you talking about the pictures? I'm sure short hair is Sophia. There's a note about unknown too. Red. Oh, so you guys. Oh, so short. So redhead Sophia. That's the right one. Okay. I was right there. I was right there. I probably would have went with the redhead. I really think I would have. So let's send the picture. And honestly, that's the only picture of Sophia in this collection of pictures. So it makes sense. Like, because there's 3 other pictures of the other Sophia plus the horse. There's the old Sophia. Like we ruled out the old Sophia a long time ago. Just too old. So I think yeah, I'm right with you guys. I think I'm going redhead Sophia. I think I would have went with redhead Sophia to begin with anyways. It just, ruling out other options is all. Yeah, that's her. Awesome. Figured it out. I'm a damn genius. First try. But where did you get it? On her profile. Charlie's idea, my work, and it wasn't easy. I'll tell you that much. Yeah, look, it wasn't easy. I don't even know if Charlie wants me to tell them that we found these profiles. I can't remember if Charlie wants me to divulge that information or not. And I don't think he does because then Charlie says, so that's her. So Sophia Holland, and we got Gone Girl as an achievement, which is nice because we get another diamond, another gem that we desperately need. Do you recognize her? I knew I'd find her. Do you recognize her? Violet? Violet, do you recognize her? Does anybody else recognize her? Does Ash recognize her? No, Ash doesn't recognize her. Never seen her before, says Charlie. Violet's seen her. First try you had to check with chat. That doesn't make it not a first try, as that actually makes it very. Jessy updated her profile picture. I have to check that out. How do I even check out Jessy's profile picture? Let's be real. Where is Jessy's profile picture? I can't even check it because the group chat doesn't allow me to see Jessy's profile. Oh, what the hell? Oh, there we go. I can slide it. There we go. Oh, look at that, Jessy. Little ow. Hoo. Little ow. Nice little stuffy. Love it. All right. Anyways, back to the conversation. What were they saying? No, never seen her. Do you think Adam might have known Sophia after all? Well, I wouldn't rule it out. But if he did, he never mentioned her. But there could be tons of reasons for that. I know lots of people who guys don't know that I never talked about. Yeah, you also know a Julie that you don't talk about either. But whatever, we'll just ignore that, Charlie. He knows Julie very intimately, apparently, as they date. Exactly. Maybe he didn't want to talk about her. Maybe she wasn't that important to him. I mean, yeah, maybe he just didn't talk about her. I don't know. For whatever reason, I feel the same way about some people, at least. I mean, who knows? Who knows? Who knows? I don't know. Who knows? We'll find out one way or another. You know, Charlie's offline, Ash is offline, Violet's offline. I guess everybody just leaves without saying bye anymore. But now we're back with the puzzles. So we are going to end that live stream here. This is, again, a members only live stream. And if you amazing, wonderful members enjoyed this live stream, be sure to hit that like button. I was going to say subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, but you already are because you're already members. But however, those of you that are watching this after it goes public, those of you who did not get to see this live, if you're not already, subscribe to the channel and join the Tethered. If you want to be a member, so that way you never miss out on these member live streams or the members only content, you can join as a member for 99 cents, less than $12 a year, 99 cents a month. It's a great way to be a part of the member only content, member only live streams. It's a great way to help support me directly and the channel. And for all of you current members, I truly, truly appreciate it. Thank you so much. Again, being a member is never required. It's not expected, but it is always, always appreciated. So thank you so much. As always, thanks for watching. Love you all. And you're welcome for that. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.